Hey y'all, Bearded Piper here, also known as Wade. Coming to you at about 11 o'clock tonight in Arizona. Um, some of you may notice I've got a little bit less facial hair. Doug, Curmudgeon Piper, called me out last time I did something like this and said I didn't have enough of a beard to be considered the Bearded Piper. And so I tried to leave a little bit here so that I can still claim that. But I've been up tonight doing a little bit of inventory on ammo, just kind of trying to see how much we have, that kind of thing, what calibers, see if we're missing anything for different firearms that we have. But I figured I'd get this all done while Penny and Jean are sleeping so that I'm not in their way. I've got all my stuff dragged out here. You can see I won't show you. But yeah, I got out all my ammo and firearms and counted everything up to make sure we're good to go when I go hunting and go to the shooting range and such. It's been nice to see places like Bass Pro Shop and some of the other local gun stores stocking back up on ammo. That's been encouraging. But sorry guys that I haven't been as active. For those of you who are parents, I'm sure you understand. Kids take a lot of your time and energy. So that's something Penny and I are still learning, dealing with, trying to work through and figure out. And on top of that, I've been doing Lyft in pretty much almost all of my free time right now because my wife and I are going to be moving back to North Carolina at the end of November. We decided officially this past week that it is going to happen sooner rather than later, so I've got to reach out to my landlord and deal with all that fun stuff. But yeah, we're going to be moving back east, moving home to be closer to mom and dad. So that should be fun. But yeah, we've been kind of in the middle of packing, of figuring out budget, what we need to have saved, what we need to have for spending, renting the truck, all that fun jazz. So that's been, I don't want to say hectic. It's been different. It's been all right. It hasn't been too bad. So, but I figured I'd get some inventory done tonight and make sure we're good to go on stuff we may need. But the real reason for this video is to thank a YTPC member for his generosity. Some of you, most of you I'm sure, know Levi Bennett. Real nice guy. Actually lives in Arizona as well. And he recently was getting rid of a bunch of his pipe collection. And he did a VR GA, which anyone who did a VR automatically won something, which is pretty cool. It was a pretty cool way to do it. And one of the things he said was comment in the comment section what pipe and or tobacco you might want from this collection. And so I threw out a couple of options and said essentially whatever you send, it will be fine. I'm going to be excited to get something that I don't have in my collection, because he has a lot of pipes that I don't have. Most of what I collect are what I would call budget pipes. I'm not going to say parsimonious or affordable or anything like that. Like they're budget pipes. Most of my, you can see like my bushers up there, if you can see those. And I've got some Missouri Meerschaum and some of the others. I don't spend a lot of money on pipes. I just don't have a lot of money to spend on pipes. And recently I haven't had any free money to spend on pipes. So that's kind of where I'm at. My collection has come to a standstill, which is fine. I've still got like 30 or 40 pipes total, which is more than I need. But now I have like 41. Levi sent me this beautiful 7LE poker, and I'll show you it right here. Let's see how well that focuses. If I cover my face, maybe. It's a Baco 311, I think is how you say it. Baco 311 KS. It's a rusticated, beautiful, beautiful pipe. I mean, just beautiful. And it doesn't look like he smoked it. So I essentially got a new pipe for free. It's a poker, and I don't have a poker in my collection. And this is actually one of the ones I specifically told Levi, hey, you know, if no one else claims it or says, hey, I want this, or, you know, you're able to divvy it up and still feel, you know, in your conscience that you divvied everything up evenly, whatever. You know, I wouldn't mind this one. And so I was really, really excited to see that this is the one I got, because I don't have a poker and I don't have a 7LE. And it was kind of funny because I texted my dad a little while ago, you know, Parsimonious Piper Ethan, shameless plug, but I texted him, I was like, hey, aren't 7LEs like kind of expensive? And he shot back with, well, not really. They're kind of in the $75 to $100 range, depending on what 7LE you get, and the one you specifically got is somewhere in that range. And I just sat there and I went, well, yeah, that's expensive to me. Now, granted, I know you can spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on nice pipes. So in the grand overarching picture, whatever, you know, when you look at the whole picture and the wide range or range of prices that pipes can come in, it's definitely not expensive. But for pipes, in my opinion, that I would actually consider buying or spending money on, you know, that's expensive. The only other pipe that I have that's even close to that range, I've got two. I've got a Meerschaum, my Lord of the Rings Gimli Meerschaum, and my, what was the other one? My Peterson, my St. Patrick's Day Peterson. Those are the only other two pipes that I've got in that range, roughly, for price. And I will probably not buy pipes like that for a long time. Just because when I think of pipes, you know, obviously they're like $500 pipes, $600, $1,000, whatever. I don't consider those pipes because they're not going to ever be on my radar. I'm never going to be able to afford them, and my goal is not to ever be able to afford them. So, but this is an affordable expensive. So, you know, when he's like, no, 75 to 100, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not buying that on a regular basis, so that's expensive to me. So yeah, Levi, thank you so much, man. I'm so excited. And then he also sent me a couple things of tobacco. So he sent me one of my favorites, which I had mentioned, and I can't tell if it's unopened or not. I'm assuming it's unopened because I don't see any dates, and I don't know. I'll have to see. But he got me, he gave me some Mac Baren vanilla roll cake, and this is one of my absolute favorite tobaccos. So I was really excited to get this. And then he also sent me something that I haven't gotten that I've been wanting to try, and that's the Peterson Old Dublin. I have not tried this blend, and I've really been wanting to get me some, and I just haven't bothered to yet. So he sent me a couple of tins and an unsmoked pipe, and I'm like floating on cloud nine. I'm just so excited to break it out and smoke it for a little bit. Like, Levi, that was very generous of you. This GAW has been great. I know some of the other guys have started getting their stuff, if not have already received it, and have started doing videos on it. So, you know, thank you for your generosity. And like, if any of you guys are new to the YTPC, this kind of generosity is not uncommon. A lot of you guys have done quite a bit for each other. You know, there's a prayer group going around where people are literally sharing prayer requests and like health updates, showing that, you know, these pipers all care about each other. You know, there are different GoFundMes that have been started. I mean, my wife and I were a recipient when our son was in the NICU. We were a recipient of a lot of love gifts, like just people helping support us while we were going through a hard time. And that came from a lot of you guys, you know. So this kind of generosity, this kind of compassion, love, this like brotherly connection that we have. It's not uncommon. It's regular. It's normal. It's genuine. It's definitely real. So Levi, thank you so much for that. Y'all go give him some love. You know, if any of you guys have received anything from his GAW, show him some love, show him some appreciation. That was definitely something cool that he did that he didn't have to do, but he chose to because he loves us and we love him. So with that, I'm going to bed because it's 11:15 and I'm exhausted. So I hope you all have a good night or good morning or afternoon, whenever you watch this. Make sure you fill your bowls with something you like, and y'all be blessed.